Hello. How you guys
Hi. Got Leech here. Finally. I remember Kit Bass shared this barcode with me like 3 months ago. So they've had it in California for like 3 months. But here in Arizona, in the boondocks of nowhere, we just started getting Leech. So pretty excited about him. We ended up buying 2 of them, one to keep on the card, and this one here, got him at Walmart. No, like 21 bucks retail.
Yeah.
He's also on Amazon, but I never know if Amazon's going to kick my package to the front door or not. So I prefer to get them in the wild, but
They're much more fun to find them in the wild.
oh, it is. And
Unfortunately,
then
you
take
spend
it home.
so much time trying to look for them, and then you
don't find
everything's
them.
a hit and miss lately. So.
And I waste so much gas money just driving from Walmart to Walmart to Walmart. And people are finding it at Target too, but our Target sucks. Our Target sucks. There's just nothing at our Target. They're remodeling here in Surprise and what have you. So I'm going to let you open them because you're a better opener. I'm going to bring Vintage Leech in with us to welcome his friend.
Story for me again. I had Leech when I was a child, and like I said before, He-Man was the biggest toy line I've ever owned, where I had a good majority of the figures, and it was just fun.
Yeah.
He-Man was fun for me up until a certain point when I stopped collecting.
So
And yeah, I had a lot of fun with them. I remember this guy here. I thought he was the coolest thing. I remember buying him off the peg. When my parents let me buy a toy, he's one of them I bought off the peg. So he was worth it. He's a fun looking figure. He's kind of bulky. Most He-Man figures with a gimmick are kind of bulky. He sticks. I don't know how well he sticks.
This one sticks great. It's not sticking to my glass right now, but if I was to turn the camera and try to stick him to that glass, he sticks. Thank you.
Just don't knock your fingers down.
Oh, I won't. I want to make sure. Well, I probably have to lick it. Sorry, I don't want to do that on camera, but sometimes if you lick it, he'll stick better.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So.
But yeah, brought Vintage Leech along.
Let's get a closer look at this Leech real quick.
Let's see.
Before I rip him open, you can see his packaging here. Has Leech on it. I'm going to try to remember to look at the focus on my camera because my friend using my camera again, and he's just a little funky on with the focus on my camera. So
Vintage Leech works. He still works. I just need a better glass to stick him to.
Really cool artwork in the back.
Yeah.
Showing Tongue Lasher back there. I can't wait to get him. And all the other guys in the back here.
He's cool. He's super cool. Artwork's always.
Yeah.
Always
even instructions how to stick him and unstick him and all that. So it's really cool.
He sticks to any smooth surface.
There's the barcode for you, just in case you need it. Take a screenshot or whatever. I don't know. So.
Who knows?
So.
There's Leech. So.
Yep.
So. When I open these, I like to use this little hole right here. I'm not going to be all razor blade lady, but usually if you're pretty gentle around the hole, see, whoops, I'm already saying whoops. Usually if you're pretty gentle around the hole, you can get them out, though. So, see. And we already have an extra one on card, so I'm not too concerned with keeping the package perfect, but I know my husband.
The cool thing is, like with these bigger deluxe figures like this, like Ram Man, they come with extra heads and.
So we got Night of the Leech. Oh, got his directions. Hold on, his directions are stuck to the back here. Let me pull them. Not that I need directions, because ladies don't need directions. But it just shows you his swappable parts. Got the Night of the Leech, and on the back it shows, 40th anniversary He-Man. We do not have Montana yet. Don't have Pighead. I actually don't have a lot of these. I have the Roton, which we already did a video on. And we did get Snout Spout the same day that we got Leech. But we can only find one Snout Spout, right, Ben?
Yeah, we did.
So I'm going to wait on that one to open him because I would like to find another one. But if I don't, I'll probably end up opening him anyway. But I do like to have 2.
That's the comic book right there for it.
Yeah. Night of the Leech. I like that they put the vintage or the cartoon face on him. Kind of cool, because that's what he looked like in the cartoon.
Oh, I do need those little scissors.
You need the little scissors here. What's trimming your beard?
No! That's bad.
I like his beard. His beard looks good. So he's just clipping. There's some plastic doodads to hold on to him.
Looks like
Drinking
just
a little space cake from Clown Shoes. A little bit of a...
Is he connected somewhere else?
That's a double IPA. Yeah, he's right here. See his feet? He's got two collected. He's got two.
Oh, he does.
I've already noticed that he doesn't have the button in the back. He's got no push button in the back for the suction. So that's interesting. See? No button.
Oh, yeah.
Because vintage leech has the button, you know, and that's what you use to get the air through the hole. You see he's got that hole there. When you press the button, you get air, which allows him to stick better. So let's see how this guy does as far as sticking, because if he ain't sticking...
His legs are scrawny compared to that guy.
And his legs are straight compared to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go closer to kind of show the difference. As you can see, bent legs, straight legs, but he also has legs that he can bend.
Mm-hmm.
So he can look like this leech. But if you look at the back, he does not have the air suction button. So.
And once again, they all come with their bow and arrow.
But he sticks.
You know.
He's always hoarding my beer.
I know, it's crazy.
The hoard. Oh wow, look at that. He's good. Ooh, I like that. Look at that stick suck action. Yeah. I tell you, these hoard guys like to hoard beer. Okay.
So here's a comparison too between.
But what he does have, can I show something real quick?
Yeah, yeah.
So see, he's got this thing here so you can release him, because this guy has the button in the back. He doesn't have that. So the vintage guy doesn't have the same thing. So if you want to unstick him, you need that. Where with him, if you want to unstick him, vintage guy, you just press the button and he unsticks.
And you can see the vintage one and the newer one. This is a bright red, and this is a more of a like a maroon.
But it is this almost the same, but not the same. And he, I like this one actually. The vintage one I like a little bit better because it's got the armhole.
Yeah.
So,
there you go. Stick that back there.
Nice, nice.
So don't lose that.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to lose my vintage parts because you know.
And it does come with 2 extra hands.
A little bit.
They're almost like oversized turtle hands, or not oversized, but they look like Ninja Turtle hands. Well, they have the 3 hands, right?
Yeah. But look at that stick action. So now I'm not using his face. I only brought the beer glass to show you how he sticks, not so that I could drink on camera. But yeah, that's great. But he does have the little tabs. Okay, so that's how you release him. Where with this guy, he doesn't have the little tabs on his hands and feet. So interesting character. There you go. Face is a little bit different. So you can kind of see close up. With it, a little bit different. He almost looks slightly bigger. Just a tad, just a smidge.
What's that look like in the front?
And those are pretty clear, but look at, he doesn't have the hole. Okay, gonna try again because we're amateurs and we don't know what we're doing. Phone ding, ding phone, ding phone.
There you go.
Ah, okay. So I don't even remember what we were talking about because it took us so long to figure out what we did was wrong with the camera. I think I was talking about his head sculpt though and how he's just a tad bit bigger. And this leech comes with an extra head, a head that does not suck. So you choose. Even if you put this head on though, his hands still suck.
Oh, we're checking off.
Yeah, you do that. We have 4 boys and so sometimes they need us, darn it. So pretty excited that we found him. He does have his extra head, so we can take off his head. We can put on a new head if we want to. But I doubt I'm going to do that because I will probably stick with the sucky head because I like the sucky head better. I know we were talking about, so this one does not have the hole. If you look at this head, this one does have the hole. because this one, the vintage one, actually sucks using that back button on the back, but this guy, he just sticks. Okay, so he just sticks, and the way you're going to release him, because he doesn't have a button, is by these. Same thing with the hands. His hands stick. Whoops, I popped his arm off. Now you know how to remove his arm. But you can see that his arm, well, here, his arm sticks. All of his parts are super sticky. That's the best part about Leech, if you ask me, is that you can just stick him to everything. So you can see his feet also have the removable tabs. So these tabs you just lift and you can unstick him. See, always hoarding my beer. So he's pretty sticky, super sticky. Can't wait to stick him to a whole bunch of stuff. You can see he comes with these extra hands, so if you don't want the suction cup hands, you can put the new hands on, which would be his original hands from the actual Masters of the Universe cartoon, which is actually where they got the deluxe head. Because in the cartoon, he actually had a more head like this. I mean, obviously he didn't have a big round suction face on him. But I do like, this toy is probably one of my favorites. I love sticking him to things. And before we got this one, because we only got him recently, I would stick this guy to everything. I mean, he's 40 years old and he's still got perfect suction action. But like I said, in order to suction this one, you have the button in the back. No button in the back, just straight suction. But it's still very cool. A lot of the same features. Belt's a little wider on the vintage guy. Few differences, but they pretty much kept with the same design, as you can see. And I have a super clean vintage Leech. He's very clean. He's super bright green still, and his suction is fabulous. So I really like him. Let's see here if I can stand him. There we go. And like my husband showed you, that the weapon's a little bit different in color. And it's also different in the way that he holds it, because he's got these two. This is kind of here. We'll just kind of show you. It is different in the way that he holds it. So, but still a very cool weapon. Still part of the horde. Very important part of the horde as far as I'm concerned. But I'm just kind of taking a look at the details. Same bat on the boot. Same horde on the boot. Same horde on the chest piece. Little bit different, brighter red, but again, this is my vintage one, so it's hard to say if he wasn't red or not, like more red later. But I like him. The eyeballs are different. Kind of give you an idea. Brighter red eyeballs here, darker here. Also, just a few differences to notice as far as Leech goes. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take off his hands. Although when I display him, I'll tell you right now, he's going to have his regular suction cup hands, because it's more fun. It's more fun to stick him. Let's see if I can get it in there. My husband's so much better at these little things than me. I actually hate removing hands and things, because I'm always afraid I'm going to break something. But you can kind of see, I think I have that on there, right? Yeah, I mean, if these were my thumbs, that would be correct. You can kind of see there. We can pop off the head. These are the removable parts. And we can make him look more like the cartoon version of Leech. Now, once you do that, the only thing that's suctionable, if that's even a word, I'm not sure. Not an English major. But his feet are still suctionable. So, that's super cool. Going to take off those hands now, put on his other hands, because if you want Leech, you want him because he's super suctiony, right? You want him to suck. You don't want him to be unsucky. So we're going to pop those back in. The reason I got two of them is because I'd like to keep one on card, because in case I play with this one too much, because I do plan on playing with this one way too much. But super happy about him. I think he's super cool feet. Like, he's I'm just trying to take a look at all the different features to see what's different. But the main thing is there's no button on the back in the hole for the suction. And like I said, his obviously, he's got skinnier, scrawnier legs, like my husband pointed out. Definitely still a cool character. I'm glad we found him, finally. Found him along with Snout Spout at Walmart. I haven't found a second Snout Spout. This card is not as minty as I would like it. So I'm hoping to find a second Snout Spout so I can open him. But definitely not going to suck any water up in that one because I don't like to water my toys. But you can see super cool character. Lots of articulation compared to the vintage one. You can see that he can do more things. Like he can, you know, be a butler. He can hold your drink up on his thing right there. But I'm going to go ahead and post. You can see that he's super stickable. Where my vintage one still sticks. He sticks well to the glass and stuff, but not so much to this. Like he's probably, oh my god, the pressure's on. Okay, so the video cut out of me again. Sorry, we're amateurs, like I said. But just a few differences. I'm going to go ahead and close this video out because there's really not much to him other than he changed out his hands, changed out his face, and he sucks like a mofo. I mean, he really does. I'm going to turn the camera for a sec. Don't mind me. And then you can kind of see him stuck over here to the cabinet. So he sucks. He sucks awesome. You can kind of, look, you can stick his feet. Cool thing about him, like you can't do with the vintage, is you can actually bend up his legs and make him stick a lot more. In order to unstick him, you're just going to lift the tabs. Because there's no button, but he's super sucky. Super happy with him. Just gonna kind of show him up close, and I gotta close out the video because we're having technical issues over here. And my camera, or my husband's camera, saying that I only got another 2 minutes with you guys before it's gonna shut me down, which is fine. I don't care. Cool figure. Definitely should get him. He is on Amazon. Like I said, if you can't find him at your Walmart, I like to find things in hand. I did have him pre-ordered on Amazon myself, but as soon as I found him in the store, I canceled. So, really not much more to say about Leech. I'll just kind of show you his card a little bit more. Show you that he sucks. And kind of go through his comic a little bit here. So you can kind of see his comic. And really, that's about it. I mean, you can read his comic yourself. You see Buzz Off in the comic. What I would like to see is who else is in the comic real quick. You got Snout Spout. So Snout Spout's going to have the same comic. I'm watching the timer. It says I still have like 30 seconds. So I'm going to push this thing till the end, babe. Snout Spout, Leech. Like I said, I probably won't add any water to my Snout Spout. But that's about it, guys. That's all I've got for you as far as Leech goes. He's pretty close to the vintage figure other than the legs, the button in the back, stuff like that. Of course, he's got the extra head, which is more cartoon-like. He's got his extra hands, very nice. But other than that, and maybe the weapon has a few differences, that's about it. So I will talk to you guys soon.